Hello dear learners, I am Dr. R S Patil, Assistant Professor of Communication Skill and Professional Communication in the Department of Humanities and Sciences, Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. For today's session, I am going to talk about Presentation Skill Part 2, Learning Outcomes. So, at the end of the session, student will be able to understand to plan the presentation, to prepare for the content of presentation, to develop the presentation skills, to deliver the presentation, the effective use of visual aids in the presentation for personal and professional success. The 4 speaking skills are fluency, vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation. So, these can be the essential skills for the presentation. So, presenting or making a speech at a conference or an event is one of the art, one of the skill. So, objecting to a planning, or if you are planning a proposal at a council at a meeting, so there should be an object. Making a speech at a wedding, then that is also called as a presentation. So, presentation or making a speech at a wedding, proposing a vote of thanks to someone at a club or society on behalf of a team, if you are saying goodbye and presenting a gift to any colleague who is leaving or who is joining. So, at that time seeking investment or a loan to help to you set up a new business. So, at that time also you are presenting, you are expressing yourself, that is a presentation skill. So, in a soft skills there are communication skill, body language, presentation skill, team skill, interpersonal skill, time management, stress management, leadership skill. Out of all that skills, one of the most important skill is presentation skill. Content will be covered. What is presentation, how to plan the presentation, how to prepare presentation, how to deliver presentation, and tips for the presentation. So, here I will pause my video for a minute so that you can answer what is presentation. Try to answer the question, what is presentation? Can you guess what type of picture it is you are observing? Yes, this is a presentation. Let us resume. A presentation is a means of a communication that can be adapted to various speaking situations, such as talking to a group, addressing a meeting, or briefing a team. For presentation skill, whenever you are planning your presentation, it should be an effective presentation skill. So, planning usually included following questions: who is your audience? Why are they there? What is your goal? That is, what is your objective? How long it will be? Where will it take place? So, these types of questions you can use following items to make the content of your presentation, that is handouts, personal notes, internet, visual aids. So, these are the preparation material for your PPT. Following are the steps includes in preparing effective presentation, that is plan, prepare, practice and present. Once you have planned your PPT, the presentation skill is one of the most important skills for impressing others. There are 3 key steps involved in making an effective presentation. First one is planning for presentation, preparation or building content for presentation, delivering the presentation. All these can be successfully done through proper preparation and practice. Even the best public speakers adopt these vital steps. So, why presentation skill important? Presentation skill is important because to allow the presenter to be totally confident and natural, to develop the ability to connect with audience with absolute clarity, to develop impact and leave others with a memorable experience. For time management, for leadership, every leader needs to be able to stand up and deliver a clear and inspiring message. For public image and opinion, we must present ourselves. So, what are the basic things in a presentation? Transferring clear messages to the audience is the basic thing for presentation. Understanding the mindset of your audience, engaging the audience, that is the technique for presenter. Organizing the information. When you are organizing the information, it should be in a logical coherence or logical sequence. Using body language effectively, giving an enthusiastic speech, asking and answering the question. So, how do you introduce yourself when you are presenting yourself? The step you can follow for the introduction of yourself is tell your name first, then state your purpose, explain your professional value, then control your body language, explain your value, understand the culture, maintain eye contact and be confident. So, presentation focuses on two sections. One focuses on a step-by-step guide to putting together and delivering a professional and effective presentation. Second, provides more detailed information about presenting and communicating in a particular circumstances. Then presentation includes which type of things: PowerPoint, content and structure, notes and handouts, practice, speech, nervousness for stress management, interaction and body language. Then these are the types of presentation: providing information, teaching skills, reporting a progress, selling a product or service. So, the types of presentation: providing information includes a team meeting that gives updates on a project or upcoming event to a demonstration. Second, teaching a skill. Installation of a new system or new process is there and that requires people to learn how to use the new tool and apply the process. Third one, reporting progress. To know and inform working to boss, schedule a divisional meeting or a group of site to share the progress. Then selling a product or service, a briefing, a recap of the product or service, next step and action items, or a discussion of a needs and improvements before the product is ready to sell. You can control the mind battle. Taking control over the fearful and anxiety of your mind is important and that can be done through know your topic well, thoroughly you can understand content, then get organized, well prepared, practice, challenge specific worries, deep breathing, visualize on success, focus on content, get support from the good or well wishers. Presentation techniques: pace of delivery, vary style, change, move about, use notes, vary pitch, tone of your voice whenever you are presenting yourself in front of your audiences. Then business in innovation, sales or ideas or performances, marketing, so that you can be a successful. Then preparing for a presentation: the subject matter, the audience, the venue or the place, the time of a day and the length of the talk should be considered. Objective: the purpose of the presentation should be considered. The subject objective should be linked, not exactly the same. The audience, it should be considered prospective audience, size of the group, gender, captive audience, age factor, subject knowledge and use of the humor should be considered for preparing your presentation. The place, that is the venue or the size of the room, sitting arrangement, visual aids, then availability of a power, all these things should be considered. Then the time, length of the talk and providing information in advance, that should be taken into consideration for your presentation. Tell stories. Human beings are programmed to respond to stories. To effectively tell a story, focusing on characters, people have stories, things, data, not objects. Who is directly involved in your topic, that you can use as the focal point of your story. For example, Tesla project, Elon Musk, Sundar Pichai for Google, Harry Potter in adventure, alchemy in alchemist. Changing dynamic. A story needs something to change along the way. Use your voice effectively. Use your body too. Most communication is non-verbal. Make your gestures open and confident. Move naturally around the stage. Relax, breathe and enjoy. Know your audience, professionals in your field, team, etc. How can you make a good presentation more effectively? So, you can show your passion and connect with your audience. Focus on your audience's needs, keep it simple, concentrate on your core message, smile and make eye contact with your audience, start effectively, tell a story, remember 10, 20, 30 rules for slideshows, use your voice effectively and body language, that is called as a non-verbal, relax, breath and enjoy. Then presentation structure is: first one, introduce, second, the content, conclusion. First, planning, preparation, perseverance, practice and performance. Define presentation, step of presentation, anatomy of successful presentation. What is a presentation? then you can define, and finally there are 3 key components of a good presentation. Do your best to deliver all 3 which you have mentioned earlier. Pick what the audience will understand, not add a story, practice with a dedication, relax yourself. How to make an excellent PowerPoint presentation. Preparing for oral presentation includes taking the time for preparation. Prepare a great PowerPoint presentation. The font should be large, not under 24 points, and the type should be easy to read. As a rule, sans serif or any professional font should be there. Instead of full sentences, use bullet points. While using colors, the text should be easy to read. An excellent website can be a good alternative for preparing for delivery of your oral presentation. To actively communicate audience members, try to involve them in the presentation. Content clarity, to understand the content clearly for the audience. Self-presentation. In presentations, audience affect the judgment, thoughts you present to understand topic thoroughly. Then presenter should understand the expectation of the audience. The key elements for presentation is making a presentation is a way of communicating your thoughts and ideas to an audience. Then context should be preparation to develop a full understanding of the context of the presentation. Place a formal or less formal setting. Know your audience before the presentation. Equipment and technology aids should be there. Role of presenter is to communicate with the audience and control the presentation. Control your audience for interaction. Leo Tolstoy says that we lost because we told ourselves we lost. The audience receives the presenter's message. This reception will be filtered through and affected by such things as the listener's own experience, knowledge and personal sense of values. Then the message and reaction. The message is delivered by the presenter to the audience. Verbal and non-verbal communication, for example, voice projection, body language, gestures, eye contact and visual aids. The reaction. Audience's reaction, and therefore the success of the presentation will largely depend upon whether you as a presenter effectively communicated to your audience. Method. How will the presentation be delivered? Presentations are usually delivered direct to an audience. Use of internet using video conferencing system such as Google Meet, Zoom, WebEx, etc. PPT can be presented through that. And this is one of the achievement of presentation, making a presentation for any project, and these are the references. So you can also refer this one for more clarity and understanding. Thank you very much.